Yo, let's see what's in the box. Huh? Okay. Another e-bike review. This is the HJM Transer e-bike. This is a full-size cargo e-bike. You guys can see how freakishly long this thing is. It's an aluminum frame, so it should be decently light once we get it all unboxed or whatnot, but there is a lot of frame. So even though it's aluminum, it could still be decently heavy for a bike, you know, just because there is so much on it. This is a cargo e-bike. So this has like an extended rack on the back and everything. This has a 750 watt motor on it. It's a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery pack. And we'll talk about performance when we actually get it out and ride. These larger size e-bikes typically do about 20 miles per hour. We'll see if it exceeds that or gets, 20 miles an hour. So today we're gonna be testing it out. I'm gonna unbox it, set it up, and get it on a full range test, top speed, basically all the real world usage specs that you would want to know, how far it'll take you, how fast it will get you there. So let's get this thing out of the box and see if it's any good. Right off the bat, I can tell you guys, this is pretty heavy for an e-bike. That being said, let's get this thing out of the box. All right, let's see what we got for like an $1,800 e-bike. Oh, wow. That's a lot of wood. Wow, oh, father mucker. Okay, well that's the HJM e-bike right there. All right, so here it is. This is the HJM Transer e-bike. This is basically the truck of e-bikes. You can put all kinds of stuff on here. Obviously, you can fit people on the back here if you'd like. This is a super long section, but I'm sure they also sell accessories for racks and storage and luggage and that kind of thing. But even like this is such a huge space that you could literally strap whatever you wanted to on it. You can also see that there's plexiglass here to kind of protect whatever you put here. If it's somebody's foot on there or some more luggage or something, it won't get sprayed if you're driving in the rain or something. But man, this thing is a huge bike. It's just super long from front to back, and the storage rack on the back, I have never seen anything like that. I also haven't seen an e-bike that comes with a center stand, so that's definitely something different there. All right, let's go ahead and look really quick at the software. I already have this powered up, but let me just actually power it back off for you and then start it back on one more time. HJM e-bike, it gives you a warning, must wear a helmet during the ride, make sure the battery, everything looks safe before riding. I do have the headlight on, hold that down to turn the headlight off. Obviously you can turn pedal assist up or down, and you can switch through just the various little functions and whatnot, odometer, whatever, that kind of thing. A perk of a center stand is you can actually spin the wheel while it's off the ground, and you guys can see we're limited at 20 miles per hour. Just like any other e-bike when it comes. You guys saw I was at 100% charge already. I did charge it overnight. I also have never seen this on an e-bike. This is actually a spring to bring the handlebars back to center whenever you're riding it, which is very cool. I've never seen that before. So let's get this thing out to the street and see how it performs. So these tires are inflated to 30 PSI. Let's get this rolling. Super cool unit. Only going for like 75 bucks or 80 bucks or something. All right, so last night it was actually at 100% and we actually took it out for 15 miles of a ride already. It's only down to like 50% or something. So, but right now let's just take it out to the street and see if it looks any good. First impressions, I haven't really ridden this thing yet. My wife took it out last night. But yeah, let me just jump on and see how it does. right, brake test. That's actually really good. That's actually really good for an e-bike. Not bad at all. All right, so right off the bat, it's actually not bad ride. I know it's a smooth street. I'll take it out later and see how it actually does, but it feels actually not very bumpy at all for having no suspension on it and for being such a long and heavy bike and whatnot. You'd think it'd probably rattle you around a little bit more, but it really didn't. So that's really good. It really definitely does feel pretty good. Brakes work really well. Overall, so far, it's a good first impression. I think these go for like $1,800 or something, and I've never seen one like this. I feel like I could like, good for the whole family. So that's pretty much a first impression. Let me get it on a full ride. Let me take you guys along for the first person view on this bike. We'll see what we think of it as we ride a couple more miles. All right, riding the HJM Transer e-bike. Initial thoughts is it's really not bumpy for having no suspension. It's really not bad. It is a really long wheelbase, so maybe the bumps are just kind of evened out across the frame of the bike as you're riding it. I couldn't tell you, but it's not bad. It's not as bumpy as most no suspension bikes. So we're limited to 20 miles per hour, which is still not bad, and it will extend the battery range if you don't go too high of speeds. So there's trade-offs either way. I personally prefer to go faster for a little bit shorter of a range, but I also don't ride bikes that far, so if you're riding a far distance, it's good to be limited at some point. Also, initially, it is a long wheelbase, so turning radius is definitely a little bit different than most bicycles that you might be used to. You could definitely tell it's a lot longer of a bike and that, you know, it's a little heavier in the back and whatnot. You could kind of feel it. It's really not bad, but you can definitely feel it in comparison to other bikes. But yeah, riding position is comfortable. The handlebars, the whole setup is really comfortable. It does have racks on the back, so you could put a lot of stuff on this thing. It's literally the truck of e-bikes. It's got a big old flatbed on the back. Yeah, not bad at all. As far as performance goes, it handles just as well as any other e-bike. Gets you up to 20, no problem. Brakes work typically better than average, so that's good. And the ride quality, just overall comfort and smoothness of the ride and whatnot is not bad. It's not a full suspension bike and you can feel it, but it's still better than average for the no suspension bike gang. Yeah, it definitely swings a little wider than other e-bikes, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's, you know, you buy this bike not for just like casual one person riding. This bike has a very specific purpose and it's pretty obvious. It's supposed to be a passenger vehicle, or if nothing else, a very practical vehicle bike, you know, where you can haul a bunch of stuff, haul your family, haul your groceries, you know, move from one house to the other. No need to rent a U-Haul. You got the freaking HJM Transer e-bike. Yeah, it's definitely a comfortable straight line type of bike, minus the suspension. Looks like we're at 18.8 miles now, and it dropped down to 30%. So we'll see how far it actually goes. I'm expecting right around the 20-mile mark. Yeah, so I'm gonna take it out right now and finish killing it. My wife took it out for 17 miles yesterday, about 17 miles yesterday, and got down to about 45 to 50% battery life, and we're currently sitting at about 30% at 18.8 miles. So I'll just kill it really quick and bring you guys back and give you my overall final thoughts on it. All right, I just got back from riding this thing. It died about 2 miles ago, so I was stuck pedaling it the whole rest of the way. It's not that hard to pedal, but it's definitely a little harder than your average bicycle. But it still got me home, you know, 2 miles later, not too bad. So, all right, so the real question is, how many miles did I get on a full charge? I was actually very, very, very impressed with it. So I'm gonna turn it back on. I turned the bike off so it wouldn't record the miles I rode pedaling. We got a full 30 miles. We started at 0.8 on the charge and it's at 31. So 30.2 miles on one charge. And the speedometer is fairly accurate as well. We probably just got just under that. But still, 30 miles per charge, I was not expecting out of this battery pack. That's impressive, especially for a 750 watt motor that actually pulls over hills and stuff really well. To get 30 miles out of one charge is really good. That's definitely above average for this category of e-bike. So a couple things that I have never seen before on an e-bike. Obviously this freaking truck bed here, I have never seen this before. You guys can see how long it is. I mean, you could put stuff on the back if you wanted to.
You could honestly put like 2 people.
You could, yeah,
foot could sit
easily.
like right here and like right here.
Yeah.
A family of 3.
I was gonna do a clip of like you riding on the back or something, but I typically just, I don't know. I don't trust like, you know, small frame bikes and stuff enough to throw a whole family on it. You know, I'm sure you could do it, but for me, it would be something I'd haul groceries or something if I was making a run and I had to pick something up, you know. You could just stick it on the back, like ratchet strap it down and whatnot. So this would be a good hauler. If I had Kurt's speaker here, I would have put it on the back and be like...
that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could
be
put
the
like...
DJ of like a bike.
I've seen people riding around town with like big speakers on their bikes and stuff, all like ghetto rigged on there, but you could literally put a fat speaker on the back and whatnot if you wanted to. So that's definitely something I had never seen before. This is something new. I've never seen that before. I've never had a freaking truck e-bike in the garage before. So that's new. I also have never seen a center stand e-bike before this one. And you guys, I'm sure you know what center stands are. Most bicycles just have one side kickstand. You put it down like that. Center stand is both sides of the bike. It's a center stand. So you could service the front wheel if you wanted to like that, you guys can see. Or you can service the back wheel. So that's definitely practical. It's a practical use e-bike for sure. As far as performance, I already said a little bit. This bike is plenty powerful. It's 750 watt motor, 48 volt. And so it'll pull over hills no problem. It didn't even really slow down. It went from like 20 miles per hour to like 19 miles per hour when I was going up hills. It's plenty powerful for sure. Battery is the thing that I was really impressed with though, because I know they sell this model with a second battery pack that you can install or, you know, pre-installed. So I wasn't really expecting much out of just the single battery model of this. But to get 30 miles on one charge is very impressive. There's only been a couple e-bikes that I have reviewed in this price category with a single battery that have gotten 30 miles out of one charge on one battery. So anyway, my overall thought on this bike is for its intended use, I don't know if you could get better. Obviously, I haven't seen other models, if there are any, just like this. So it's kind of first for me reviewing something with a freaking truck bed. But for what it is, if it's exactly what you need it for, I think this is an awesome e-bike. As far as performance goes, it outperforms a lot of just single rider e-bikes, but it's an extended frame. For its intended purpose, it's an awesome bike. So I just pulled up their website to check. So this model is their standard model. It only comes with the one battery pack. You can do the Pro version of it that comes with 2 battery packs. So this is the standard version. This currently, as it sits right here, apparently they have a sale that ends in 7 days as it currently sits, but it's $1,700 as it currently sits for the sale, the summer sale that they have going on. And it's actually, they call it a cargo e-bike. I guess I should have been calling it a cargo e-bike. I've been referring to it as a truck bed. But anyway, you guys can see here that they actually have like kid seats and stuff installed. I don't know if they sell those kits or if you can buy those kits. They also have a front rack and stuff. I know that this is a very standard mounting point you can buy accessories for bikes. You can actually, these are standard mounting points for different accessories. So you could put racks, you could put all kinds of stuff on there, but this has enough for 2 like kid seats if you know, you're a family and you're wanting to stick your kids on the back and whatnot. Yeah, so anyway, the standard version goes for $1,700 and the Pro version goes for, I think, $2,300. Yeah, $2,300. Anyway, as far as the specs go, I mean, it's pretty dang decent for that price. Plus you get like an extended frame. That's the HJM Transer e-bike. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you're looking for a bike just like this, I definitely recommend it for the price as far as specs and just everything you're getting goes. And that's pretty much it. thanks so much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next e-bike review. See you then.